I bequeath to my only living relative, Mr. John Humphreys, Willsthorpe Hall and its surrounding estate, including the Willsthorpe Maze.
I was on my way back to my new home. I never knew my uncle, Mr. James Wilson, but he had left me his entire estate. My agent, Mr. Cooper, had taken a great delight in showing me the grounds, which included a fine replica temple and, rather more interestingly, a yew maze. Secretum meum mihi et filiis domus meae. My secret is for me and the sons of my house. Well, that would apply to me. I wonder what Uncle Wilson's secret could be. I very quickly found myself at the centre. Oh. The engravings on this metal globe are really very odd. This must be Cain. Yes. And Core. Ah, yes, and the slaughter of Absalom. An assemblage of the patriarchs of evil. Perhaps not uninfluenced by a study of Dante. Who could that be? I say? Hello? Mr. Cooper? Come out, I say! Mr. Cooper?
Ah, Mr. Humphreys, I've got these chaps waiting here to give me an hand clearing out the maze for you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Cooper. Please do as much as you can.
Oh, blimey, that holds the heat.
Odd. This part of the maze gets no sun all day long. Perhaps you are of a hot temperament, Mr. Cooper.
Perhaps you're right, sir.
The next day, I had the pleasure of showing Mrs. and Miss Cooper the newly cleared walkways. Embarrassingly enough, I could not find my way to the centre. In the end, we had to give up and went back to the house for tea. As we approached the house, I noticed something I had never observed before. A yew tree by the window to the dining room. It had the unmistakable form of a man reaching toward the window. How very curious. I spent the remainder of the evening in Uncle Wilson's library. I came across a rather interesting collection of sermons and meditations concerning a man who'd journeyed into a maze to uncover a precious jewel and was never seen again more. Huh? How very appropriate. At the centre of this labyrinth there was a jewel of such price and rarity that would enrich the finder thereof for his life. When there fell a stillness again, he distinguished a trampling of running feet coming very close behind him, wherewith he was so daunted that he continued to run until the dawn broke. A more dreadful night was never spent by mortal creature than that he had endured in that labyrinth.
Oh, the pains he had suffered.
Welcome, fellow brothers of Cain. One of you has been chosen. Step forward, Wilson.
Oh, my goodness! What a thought! Oh. I took myself to bed. In the morning, Lady Wardrop, a local curator of mazes, would be dropping by. Ah, Mr Humphreys, so good of you to see me. At last I shall glimpse the Willsthorpe maze with my own eyes. A happy, happy day. Lady Wardrop seemed delighted as we made a thorough exploration. I wondered why my uncle had refused her visitation. She led the way. This one, she already knew, must date from around 1780. The globe, moreover, completely absorbed her. Oh, I should like a rubbing of that if it could possibly be made. I shouldn't like to take any liberties here. Don't you feel that a watch is being kept on us, and that if we overstepped the mark in any way, there would be, well, a pounce? I can't say that I... My dear Mr Humphreys, I'm not sure that I shan't forgive you if I find next spring that maze has been grubbed up. I had promised her a sketched plan of the maze by the next day, which I sat down to complete that evening. Oh, drat! But what in the name of... Before me, there appeared a hole. A hole that seemed to go through the paper and desk, through to the floor below. I stared into an infinite abyss! Oh! Mr. Cooper summoned the doctor, and I was confined to my bed to rest. In the final clearing of the maze, the globe was broken. Its contents? Ashes, which one could assume were the final remains of my uncle, James Wilson.